he's gonna stay. And that was the 4th time I got herpes.
Actually, I should probably use the webcam layout for this. Even though I have nothing to put in that top right corner there yet. That's the one thing about this layout. I don't know what to put in the spot of the... There we go. It's mirrored. I don't know what to put in the webcam slot other than my webcam, so...
I do have one idea.
Show us your dick.
God damn it, that's not what I was going to say at all. I was going to
hello,
suggest,
this is my imaginary friend named Dick.
If people
hi,
allow,
everybody.
why not just some fan art?
What's up?
Yeah, why not use it like times like this where we're just going to be doing nothing just to show off fan art?
I wish I had enough fan art. Like, I could just have one picture in there, because that's all I've got right now. Remind me, guys, at the end of tonight's stream...
I sent you.
Remind me, guys, at the end of tonight's stream that I have one picture of fan art that I need to show off. It's actually by Ashidaru. So,
if you want, you could show off that thing I sent you just now. You know, that's actually not a good idea. Never mind.
Anyway. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the pre-show for the Nintendo Direct that's going to happen in about, if we look at my watch,
40
my
minutes.
Non-existent watch, it's, well, about 50 minutes, actually. Specifically, 49 minutes and 32 seconds from this point.
I must be a minute ahead of you or something. It's 4:10 on my end.
Hey guys, it's always 4:20 here.
Coops, I swear to God, you need to stop smoking.
Fuck you!
It just became legal in Michigan, okay? Let him have his fun.
Can you smoke pot on stream?
I don't
think so.
Hold on.
I think that's actually dependent on local laws, because I know you can't do anything illegal. That is the specification. But if it's legal where you are living, I think you're okay. Because then it's just a recreational activity.
And then Fnu just becomes Rastafarian all of a sudden.
Yo, today we're just gonna be playing some Stardew Valley, man. Like, I love this game. Like, I just got a chicken. Look at this guy. He's so good.
I need a good laugh. Oh, shit. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat there.
Man, I'm hungry. Anybody want tacos?
Dude, you start turning the day, Johnny. Fuck, what's his name?
Send me some bits so I can buy myself tacos.
I swear to God, you better not turn into freaking Harold and Kumar. I'm out of here.
Seriously. Yes, you can smoke on stream if you are in Michigan or another place that has it locally legal.
Awesome.
That is odd. Oh, right, cool. Shit. I think you forgot to give Blue the admin role.
I will once we start doing Team Fortress 2 stuff.
But we could not. Also, just give me a heads up. Fnu is going to jump out when it comes to the Direct, or we're going to jump out.
I mean, I was told to do that. Like, specifically the whole Direct thing, I was told it would probably be a good idea if I just flew solo on that one. I just sat here and chimed in every now and then. Didn't talk over it too much.
I can mute myself, that's no problem.
By the way, shout out to everybody who got here early. Insane Swirl, Sonicu123, Blue Javelin, and of course the two people in the call with me. Dedicated co-host all the time, Noel Moogle, as well as Ice Cold Koopa. Thanks for being here with me, guys.
Wait, hold on.
What's going on?
Dedicated co-host, Noel. And Ice Cold Koopa. Fuck you!
I mean, you just kind of pop in whenever you feel like. Plus, you've been kind of busy these days, so it's nice. It's nice when you're here, dude. I always appreciate it. You and I are great counterpoint personalities.
The only reason I have a dedicated co-host is because of the fact that I could be around here most of the time.
They just announced something that's pretty cool.
Oh.
Batman and the Ninja Turtles are getting a crossover movie. Animated.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I've seen that in comic book form, but that has absolutely nothing to do with Nintendo. We should probably keep the discussion on point
action?
Here.
Just out of curiosity, before we switch conversations, animated or live action?
animated.
Good.
All right, I'm fine with that.
All right, what are you guys expecting to see at the Direct?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. The trick to Nintendo Directs is you never expect much. You go in with very low expectations, so just in case, it's always better than you expect it to be, and you're never disappointed. Like, Nintendo kind of did it to themselves back in the day, the whole disappointment thing, because in the beginning, their Directs were phenomenal. Every single time there was a Direct, it was an event. It was something to look forward to. It was like a mini E3, except just for this company. And then they had a few just really overwhelmingly middling ones, and then everybody was like, okay, I get it now. I've been brought back to reality.
I know that we're gonna be at least seeing the new stuff for Fire Emblem. I'm kind of...
Yes, that has been talked about.
I would assume we'd see something about Joker.
I
more
mean,
likely.
That seems like a safe bet.
Either that or maybe announce who's going after him.
I kind of expect to see something about Joker. I do not expect to see any details about the character that's coming after him.
I'm expecting to see more from. I'm expecting a new character, but
Really rises to a raid.
I think we are gonna get an announcement of a port or something like that.
Well, they might also talk about Persona Q2 more, considering that's going to be coming out this year.
Yeah, true. They also said that we also got some information saying that we're not going to be getting any 3DS news in this.
Yeah, Nintendo straight up said
people are sick of 3DS news.
Nintendo straight up said that market has quote unquote contracted faster than they anticipated. I wonder why.
It's pretty much at this point, you have the Switch at this point. People want to move on.
Yeah.
Like, I love my 3DS. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of mileage out of that thing. I still do. It's just, at this point, with it, they need to finally put it to rest.
The last big game that I played on my 3DS, and I've actually got in front of me right now, conveniently enough, is WarioWare Gold. I think this is going to be the last really big, great game released for that system. And what a note to end on, right?
This year alone, Luigi's Mansion.
Wait, what?
You say that yet, this year alone, we just got Luigi's Mansion, and we just got the Bowser's Inside Story remake.
Yeah, I'm really sad that turned out to be a shit show.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of problems with it.
That's disappointing.
Oh, no. That is... I guess the good thing I didn't plan on getting that one. Yeah, so Bridge, but the one reason right there why I won't touch Persona Q2. Like, they pretty much... The one reason I would even pick up the game when it came here, they didn't put in there, so I said, yeah, I'm not buying it. I wasn't a big fan. What?
You are worse than Fanu when it comes to interrupting people.
Sorry. To be fair, I'm on. In my case, I get a little delayed sometimes, so.
Oh, you're fine. I'm fucking with you. I'm not actually serious.
Oh, I know you are, dude. I can tell. Yeah. You're the kind of person that I can tell from the tone of voice when you're screwing with me and when you're being serious.
All right. So this is kind of Nintendo related. It's tangentially related. I don't care. I'm gonna bring it up. Guess who's back with a brand new console and website?
No way.
Oh, god damn it, I know about that already.
He's back!
He's never gonna go away.
What? Did he... Why? How did he not take the hint the first two times?
Wait, he lost his sight a second time? I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, he said it his third round. He's like,
what the fuck?
He's like the Todd Howard of rappers, where you're gonna fucking do this and you're gonna like it.
At this point, I hate to say it, they do need to just straight up sue him. That's the only way he's gonna stop. They
are in the process of suing him. If I remember right, the motherfucker's out in Dubai hiding out.
God fucking damn it. He's never gonna learn. And the worst part is I know why he's doing this shit. It's publicity. He's doing it because, oh, I'm getting all the press and everything.
Listen,
It's
the
why
crank
people
that
stopped
money isn't
talking
exactly
about it
coming
because they
in.
realized what they were doing. Jesus Christ.
Now, if I may bring things back to the discussion today for a little bit.
Yeah.
Back to Nintendo games and whatnot. The only reason I'm not interested in Persona Q2 is because it's one of those first-person dungeon crawlers.
Well,
Never
the
was
original
very
was good.
Never was very big on that genre, but everything else about the game is amazing to me. It's all of the Persona cast getting together and just interacting with each other. There's an entire... The premise is fantastic. I love the aesthetic of it. Like, everybody's going to the movies, and every single screen is a completely different world. That brings me back to my Game Boy days. It's, Tiny Toon Adventures.
Buster Bust Loose.
No. It was a Game Boy game.
Oh.
Montana Max's Revenge or something like that? It was
Yeah,
the same concept. You started in a Western world, and then you went to a Japanese movie, then there was the future flick, and then there was a horror film, and it culminated in a boss battle where you were fighting Max and his giant-ass director camera.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the kid who played Montana Max actually kind of started to hate the role after a while.
What are you saying, Coops?
Yeah, like, that is actually... Fun fact, that is Tiny Toon Adventures 2.
Yes.
And that first level music is probably my favorite I've ever heard in any game.
And I think the only one I ever played was the SNES game.
That's the one a lot of people remember. Man, I saw promotion for that back in Nintendo Power. There's a blast from the past, is Nintendo Power. You want to see my old magazines? They're sitting right there in a stack.
I still have a few on me, but they're more...
Hey, Fanu, we get it. You're fucking old.
3 decades and still going strong, buddy.
Dude, I'm literally older than him.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 30 this year.
So is Fanu.
August 11th.
He's literally older than me only by a month.
My birthday's August 10th, guys.
So
I'm
anyway.
gonna be 24.
So anyway, what else do we expect today? We've talked about... everybody knows they're going to talk about Fire Emblem because that was officially announced. We
Wasn't that Metroid Prime
expect they're
Trilogy
going to
rumor?
talk about Smash Brothers. What were you saying, Noah?
Wasn't there that rumor that they had made a version of Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Switch?
Honestly, that wouldn't shock me if they did.
I'm going to put that in the maybe category for now.
I mean, I'd love it if they did that. I think they could easily pour over the game to it.
Well, how would they handle the motion controls? I mean,
Well,
I know we've got the Joy-Cons, but...
Joy-Cons are actually really easy to use.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a
Yeah,
problem,
okay,
honestly.
I answered my own question there.
I'm hoping we get a WarioWare game for this soon, because I really want a WarioWare game.
I do too.
Yeah, I hope, I was mentioning it earlier, I really hope WarioWare Gold reignited passion in that series.
God, I gotta get that game.
It's really good, dude. Like, it's...
I know, I've seen it.
Don't
That's what hurts
know.
so much that I haven't bought it yet.
I don't know whether or not I would classify it as the best one to date, but there certainly is more of it than any other game in the series. It's going back and forth right now between WarioWare Gold and Smooth Moves as to which one is my favorite, and I still haven't landed after all this time.
I think the reason I tend to like Gold so much is they finally realized, hey, let's stop using gimmicks to sell the game.
Come on, you know you love doing weird poses with the form baton.
I'm more bringing up the fact of the games that came out after Smooth Moves, like the freaking camera one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was Game & Wario you're thinking of. That's one of the ones...
actually, the one I'm thinking of was called WarioWare Snapped.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that one.
Where that was what it was, they wanted to take advantage of the DSi's camera, so they made this, and people pretty hard say it was like the worst game in the series.
Case in point, I didn't even remember it. I don't think I've even played Snapped.
There was that, there was Game & Wario, which was okay. It was more of a tech demo, but
Game & Wario was something they should not have charged full price for. Had that been a budget
Exactly.
title at like $20, $30, it would have been way more well received.
it states from DS, I don't want this.
I hope. Part of me really hopes that they get the team behind 1-2 Switch to do the new WarioWare game.
Well, that's the thing about 1-2 Switch. I think everyone outright said when they looked at that game that it looked like a WarioWare title.
Yeah, and I was telling Panu this. I'm like, this game is fun. It's not fucking $60 fun, but it's fun. I paid $15.
Well, that's really the reason why people gave that game shit was the fact that they charged full price for what was essentially a tech demo for the system.
This is why when they were doing the Nintendo Rewards program, that game was given out for free a lot.
What,
Sup,
1-2
Pote?
Switch?
Welcome to the chat, man.
Oh, Levy! It's Levy!
I heard a lot of people really liked the DIY game, though.
DIY is really good, too. It's one of those, like, you make your own... DIY is one of those games you can get an infinite amount of enjoyment out of it because of the boundless creativity of the people who play it. There is so much to enjoy
there's a lot of people... And yet there's a lot of people who decided to make not safe for work games on there.
Uh-huh, because the internet is the internet, and you give it a canvas, the first thing they're gonna do is draw a dick on it.
Yeah.
Or a swastika.
Fuck you!
I'm not joking, that's what got people trolling Mario Kart DS.
I know. I was one of them.
Like, that's what makes me laugh. Like, I agree. The problem is every time you give someone a canvas, of course they're going to do stuff that's forbidden. They're going to do stuff that they find funny.
My favorite was I got a message. No, it wasn't a message. I'm trying to think of what the exact source of this was. Okay, it was someone at my high school. We were playing Mario Kart DS, and they saw my thing was a swastika, and they're like, "Do you find this funny?" And I'm like, "I'm very Jewish, so yes."
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Blueprints brought up another good point there. It's like whenever you put like the puzzle fingers on an action figure, the first thing someone's going to do is make them flip the bird.
Yeah, of course. It's the first thing. It's literally an achievement in goddamn Surgeon Simulator.
They knew. That's the kind of thing that only pops up if you've beta tested that game to hell and back.
That's
the sign of a developer that understands human psychology very, very well.
That just should be an achievement every VR game.
Alright, so what else do you think we're going to get out of the Direct today? Like, we're going to talk realistic expectations first, and then we're going to talk our wild pie-in-the-sky expectations.
If I had to guess, we're probably going to get some stuff involving indie games a lot. Because they seem to be pushing that stuff a lot more lately.
Yeah, the Nindies. And how they said they are expecting to get 10 games on their platform every single week. And even Arlo looked at that Twitter post and was like, that's way too many.
Yeah. Like, it was getting to a point where, like, I can't afford all this! Like, I can't even store all that on my system!
Did you know there's a wish list limit in the Switch marketplace?
Jesus!
There is a 300 game limit for your wish list. Unlike my Steam wish list that has, geez, where's that thing sitting at right now? Last I checked, 2028.
Let me think, like, what else?
Hold on. Echo!
I guess I'll let Coops, you got any predictions?
Honestly, I think we might actually see Mario Maker ported, but that's about it.
I saw a couple people talking about that. Like, 9volt was mentioning that on Twitter. He said, no, seriously, though, they better announce if they don't announce Mario Maker for Switch, I'm just going to throw the console into a river.
Like,
wait,
you can piss me whenever I bring that up.
9volt.
What's
I don't know why, but Panu gets really mad whenever I bring up, I want Mario Maker on the Switch.
Nah. Nah.
The reality
I mean,
is,
it would unfortunately be another one of those situations where they're porting a good game from another console, but it does make financial sense for them as a company to do that kind of thing. And
the reality is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think they'd sort of just make a sequel game to that rather than port the original over.
yeah, introduce way more tools, way more art styles from throughout the series.
I think the other problem you have to deal with that is the reason Mario Maker was so easy to work with in the original was because of the touchscreen.
You know what I would really want? If they were going to do a Mario Maker sequel, I want a 3D Mario Maker. I want to be able to build my own objects out of polygons in the Nintendo 64 style and recreate Star Road in Engine or something like that.
Honestly, given how I think it would work more like what is it? Like the old skate park editors for the Tony Hawk games, where you get a bunch of set and made parts. I'd be down for that. Don't get me wrong. But
Mario
I don't
announces his freaking tee up with Tony Hawk.
Dude, I fucking love Tony Hawk games so much.
Yeah, too bad about 5 though.
You hop into somebody's level online and the offspring just starts playing.
Shut up.
You start going down the slide. Yeah.
Actually, that's more. I would say this though. Sorry to interrupt here.
What?
Since we're bringing up Tony Hawk, I think one of the goofiest sort of bugs I've ever heard of in a game before actually involved one of the Tony Hawk games, where if you put in a USB keyboard into the PS2 version for the online mode, it allowed you to bypass the chat limits and you could literally crash people's PS2s.
Yeah. That was not Downhill Jam.
Did not know that.
No, it was Underground 2 as well.
Was that Underground 2 as well? I didn't think Underground 2 had online. Before we go any further, though, hey, Whatthefnu?
Yes?
Obviously, it wouldn't be Offspring's All I Want playing. It would obviously be Superman by Goldfinger.
Oh, God. Great, now I'm remembering fucking Scrubs again.
Yeah.
God, I used to watch that show when I was younger.
Dude, I love Scrubs. Scrubs is still fucking great.
I mean, to be fair, the little Dr. Cox goes a long way. Oh, guys, realize how that sounded.
It's okay. My little cock goes a long way too.
So, what else? I hope they talk about Animal Crossing today.
Oh yeah, I hope.
It feels like it's been long enough. We are due for some news on that, although I'm not 100% expecting it. Nintendo's not exactly famous for doing the thing that makes sense.
Well, here's the thing with Animal Crossing. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Even if they do put on the Switch now, I'm kind of not interested in one. Animal Crossing. Well, Animal Crossing to me has always been one of those series. If you've played one, you've sort of played them all because it's usually just like a minor update. So I really don't know what they could do for the Switch version that would make it much different from New Leaf.
Because here's the thing. The mayoral aspect of New Leaf completely changed that game. It took the customization aspect of the other games and it amped it up big time.
Especially after the update they did with Home Designer, like it made that so much fun to use. Like I actually was able to make my house not look like a mess.
I think they could just expand on that. Because like, there's a common misconception that no matter what you have to do when you make a sequel, you have to innovate. I think that if you just do more but better.
Swirl, don't remind me of frickin' Pocket Camp.
That was a game I lost interest in very, very quickly.
I can't stand gacha mechanics, not gonna lie.
It's the reason I hate Fire Emblem Heroes, if I'm being honest with you. They had a second anniversary event going on where you could get a bunch of free... It's still going on right now, I believe. where you can get a bunch of free heroes from different periods in the series history. So you could get a free pull from all of the special guys in year 1, or a free pull from all of these different events in the past. Maybe get one of these characters. For the year 1 pull and the year 2 pull, you could get a free 5-star, guaranteed, which are the best units in the game. And there was only one unit I wanted.
I remember when I first started, I got several.
There was only one unit I really wanted, but all of the units I wanted... Here's the thing. When you start summoning units, you get 5 crystals that show up in front of you, and they relate to the type of unit they are. They are either red, green, blue, or colorless, depending on what you're looking for. And certain heroes will only show up in certain colors. The one hero I wanted was red, and when I went for the summon, it didn't even give me a red orb.
I hate when that happens.
I don't want to play this game anymore. Fuck you, I just want Tharja in a wedding dress. I'm not even going to play this shit.
I don't even think I had Tharja on my file. Though I did end up getting a lot of ones I really liked getting.
I have every wedding character except Tharja. It's actively pissing me off at this point.
I still love the fact that I got freaking Buddy Craw.
I just wish you could work up to the characters you actually want. Azure Lane bugged me for the same reason. Not to mention, it has the same problem a lot of mobile games does, which is limited time events. So if something passes you by, there's a very big chance you will never be able to get them again. Which sucks. It sucks a lot.
I will say this much, at least with heroes, they do tend to redo events a lot, like reuse characters, like you can still get them easily. Like
yeah, but you still have to wait months. I like the Sailor Moon Drops approach, where there's just an item that lets you, for 24 hours, go back and replay an event as if it's happening right now. I love that. You still have to work for it.
In that case, the game's dead.
What's up?
Except in that case, the game died.
Alright, I'm actually gonna head off.
Okay.
You should probably just mute yourself, shouldn't you, Coops? Wouldn't that be easier?
No, like, I'm not gonna be on the stream afterwards because I don't really care about Team Fortress 2, so I'd be constantly derailing.
Alright, Coops. Catch you later.
Alright, I love you all, and, I have to go poopy.
Oh boy. Well, I guess it's just us now for the next, 20 minutes.
So, hello, Ashidaru.
Should we invite someone else in while we wait to put him in here?
Nah. We've got about, how long? We've got 24 minutes until the show starts, so it may as well just be you and me. And then we'll pick up co-coms again after the show's over.
Without getting distracted.
What's that?
I can at least get a discussion going without getting distracted, so.
So, Animal Crossing... Have we gone over all the realistic expectations? Is it time for us to just go nuts?
I think so at this point, but I'm not really good at going nuts for expectations, honestly.
I just want a new Star Fox. That's all I want. I just
too.
have one wish and that's it.
Oh,
I want a new Star Fox that... What's up?
I have an unrealistic expectation. New F-Zero.
Oh, you know my pain. You know my pain. Here's the thing. Even if it was just a port of Star Fox Zero that had the fucking awful motion controls ripped out, I would be down for that.
Well,
I would buy that day one. If it had the stupid motion controls removed, that mechanic that shouldn't have been there in the first place, I will buy that game again, and this time I will actually enjoy it.
I mean, the game itself wasn't bad. It really was just those forced in control.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Kid Icarus Uprising, but that control scheme I got used to pretty quick.
You don't get used to Star Fox Zero. That's the problem with it.
Just to piss us all off, they pour over Star Fox Guard.
Motherfucker!
Damn you, Slippy!
Never ask me for anything ever again.
I guess another unrealistic expectation I have, and I know will never happen, but I'd love to see a port of the Wonderful 101 to the Switch.
I mean, Platinum would be willing to play ball, and we all know how they are. It's like, well, pay up or shut up. That's really it.
I will say this, though. This is just like one minor nitpick I have of that game. If you do port to the Switch, please, for the love of God, tone down the difficulty on some shit. Because one of the reasons I never wanted to play that game was I could not finish the final secret mission. Because it is utter bullshit. Because they expect you to do the stupid robot boxing minigame without taking a hit.
Do you remember that time that Platinum made a Legend of Korra game?
I heard that was terrible.
I heard it was terrible too, unfortunately, because that's a really good show.
Which is odd, because some of their licensed stuff isn't bad, it just...
It was probably made by their B team, was the explanation.
I do think that was the explanation for what happened with that Ninja Turtles game they did. I heard Transformers was pretty good, though.
Let's see here. So... Man. And then there's always the lingering idea. Hold on a second. What was that post that somebody made in the Discord? I think this was in... Where was it? Somebody made a post about how... yes. So... Here are some facts for you. 2019 is Mother's 30th anniversary. It's the Chinese Year of the Pig. There are no Porky, Gygus, or Facade spirits in Smash Ultimate. There's been rumors of Mother 3 being localized, which means there will still be nothing Mother related in this direct.
More than likely. It would be funny as hell if this is the system that finally gets them to localize that game, because I would laugh my ass off so hard.
Mother fans, I have so much appreciation for those guys, because they have been so... even all these years later, this is the power of good art. They are still pulling for it. They haven't lost hope that this is one day going to happen.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of not a fan of the Mother fan base. If only because I've seen they can get just as rabid as the Undertale fan base.
Well, every fan base has bad eggs.
It's
just a situation of how often this happens.
I could pretty much put it this way, in this case. They literally threatened, like, two of the Let's Players I watch. Well, they threatened someone I watch, Some Call Me Johnny, before. They literally were trying to threaten him to do, like, the Earthbound games a while back before he did them. And it's very obvious it wasn't the case of they wanted him to play the game, they wanted him to be an echo chamber, like, echo, oh, this is the greatest game ever.
I don't remember this. I know that fans of Undertale, back when Markiplier played it the first time, he was going the genocide route on his first playthrough, and there were people were livid.
No, he wasn't doing genocide as first playthrough. What it was is he was trying to go into the game blind, and people were trying to force him to do a path run, which, because all the spoilers, turned him off from playing it. And then he finally did go back and do it. He already explained at the end of that thing, had people just shut their effing mouth, he probably would have just done passives anyway, because he likes Swirl, he likes characters. So it was just people feeling the need to go overkill with it.
Yeah.
Which I like Undertale, not gonna lie.
So through this exercise, do you think people have learned their lessons? Do you think fan bases will finally chill out a little bit and they'll know to respect boundaries and keep bad things like that happening to them in the future?
Considering the Vic Minonia situation, hell no.
Probably not.
I mean, well, I don't support him at this point. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't support him, but...
It'll be like this whole situation with AAA video games right now. There'll be a tipping point where eventually people realize, yo, we need to chill the hell out. Eventually it'll just become a cultural thing. You don't do that kind of thing because it just reflects badly on everybody and ruins the hobby you're trying to defend.
I think I'm gonna already admit this. I'm staying neutral on the Vic thing. Like, my main problem really is at this point just
Let's not
Even
talk
if- no,
politics, dude. Keep it
This isn't
focused on
politics.
Nintendo here.
Yeah, let's try that. I mean, to be
Anyways,
fair, he has been Nintendo games.
so there's always the mother fan base. What else are we expecting this year? Do you think they'll remind us that the Luigi's Mansion projects exist? Like maybe we'll see more of this hotel that he's exploring this time?
I wouldn't doubt it, but probably not, considering this is like early in the year. Like that's probably something they'd probably save more for like later in the year. If I had to guess. Because if I had to guess what they're probably going to release, if they release it this year, it's probably going to be around Halloween, just to, make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to admit, I do want to see a new RPG on the Switch too, because I've been having a lot of fun with Vesperia's remake.
Well, we're getting Fire Emblem here.
I like Fire Emblem. My main concern with that game, though, is just it's one of those games that I pick up, but I kind of put down after some time.
What specifically about it do you think turns you off of them? Is it just too
it's more
much? Like at a
just-
certain point, your units are actually in danger, and you don't like the idea of losing them, or?
I think it's more a case of, though, just giving me way too much to work with. Like, one of the reasons why I've had trouble with Awakening is I know one of the characters I have could become super, super broken. But putting in the time and effort, making sure he doesn't get fucking offed in one shot is a pain in the ass.
Are you talking about Donnie?
I can't stand Donald.
The kid with the pot on his head?
Yeah.
Because I know civilian units can actually get really strong, because they can level up to 30 instead of 20, which kind of breaks the game a little bit.
Like, basically, I know at least once he promotes, he has, like, some of the best stat growths of the game, but the problem is making sure he doesn't get one shot. It just gets to a point where you want to strangle him.
See, I like how you have an actual functional problem with the series. Like, so your problem is that you overthink it. You know certain things about the games, ergo, you're trying to force yourself to play a specific way because it's that fear of missing out. Oh, I could have this super broken unit if only I put in the time and energy, only for it to conflict with your sense of fun. It's like, man, why am I putting in all this time? I'm not even enjoying myself anymore because I'm not creating my army the way I want to make it. Am I hitting the nail on the head there?
Well, there's that, and then there was the fact being that, like, I would be told when I was told, like, how I was playing the game, like, oh, you're doing certain things wrong. Like, for example, because I'm a bit goofy, I wanted to have my character get into a relationship with Pan in that game. Because the fact, well, one, I like the idea. I always liked the tag for some reason. I like the design.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just weird. Hell, I'm furry and all, but still.
That's... do what you want.
But it's something they made a really good tag team together with the Avatar, and it was fun to use them.
Yeah.
Because basically anything I did in one shot, she would usually count up the slack. But then I find out, like, it's probably not a good idea to be giving her, I shouldn't spoil that, because some people might not play the game here.
Screw it. Because here's the thing. Like, right, here's the thing about Fire Emblem. This goes back to a talk that happened with the Blizzard developers, the guys who were behind
Excuse me
Diablo
one moment
3.
for now.
Well, I'll just tell everybody in the chat then. I'll tell you guys. The people behind Diablo 3 flat out said once upon a time that you can do anything you want with the characters in this game due to the way we've laid things out. Because of the way gems work, because of the way equipment works, and the random abilities work, you could create something like a battle wizard. And yes, eventually there will be people that come along and super optimize the game and figure out, hey, these numbers give you the absolute most damage you can possibly have here and there and everywhere. But even though the battle wizard thing is not optimal, it's still viable. People have the option to play the game that way, and it will work if they commit to the bit, which is a fascinating design philosophy to me. And I think of Fire Emblem the same way. I believe that Fire Emblem is one of those games you should just ignore guides. You go into it, you don't read wikis, you don't read game facts guides, you don't read anything, you don't take anybody's input, and you just build your army your way. Video games are all about that to me. Like, just enjoy them the way you want to. Don't let anybody tell you you're doing it wrong. The only way you're playing a video game wrong is if you're not having fun. That's when you know you're doing it wrong. But anyway. So, Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion, Mother, Animal Crossing, Smash Brothers. You think it's just once a generation we get the really big Mario game? Like, we got Mario U Deluxe, but now that that game is out in the wild, do you think it's still going to be a while before we see another? As something involving a Mario platformer, either 2D or 3D? You think they're still winding up on that one, or do they have something to show off or tease or something? Because I think they wound down with the DLC. I think they're finally done with Odyssey. There's nothing else they're possibly going to add to it anymore. Harvest Moon? Man, see, I don't know how I feel about Harvest Moon anymore. There are guys like the Chucklefish with Stardew Valley. That is my Harvest Moon. About the only thing I don't like about Stardew is that none of the bachelors or bachelorettes are attractive in the traditional sense. But there are mods for that. You can add your own waifus to the game and give them whatever portraits you want. And then you can just go forward. But yeah, Stardew just does so much. Even the creator of Harvest Moon had an interview once upon a time where he talked about, even though he was working on Birthdays The Beginning is the name of his new game, he said, he basically said, yeah, Stardew is essentially carrying on my legacy. It does everything I ever wanted to do with the Harvest Moon series, which is super cool. That somebody came out of nowhere, they saw a hole in the market, and they're like, I'm gonna fill this. I'm gonna do my absolute best, and I'm going to create a game that I can be proud of and everybody can enjoy, which is super respectable. We're actually gonna be playing another Chucklefish game later tonight here. Wargroove. But that's going to be after the Direct, and that's going to be after playing some games with you guys, specifically Team Fortress 2. So stick around for that if you're interested. And make sure you friended me on Steam. Whatthefnu is my tag on there. But I was actually telling Noel, I'm glad he has an actual functional gameplay problem with Fire Emblem, because everybody else, their problem with the series is, yeah, whenever we try to discuss Fire Emblem, the conversation just gets weird. It is that big divide in the fan base right now. People who love old Fire Emblem versus new Fire Emblem. As in everything before and after Awakening. That game essentially saved the series, but at what cost is what some people ask. When did it stop being about military strategy, and when did it start being about who's gonna marry who? You know? I don't know, man. I'm very interested to see what direction they're gonna take Three Houses in. And it better not be called Three Houses because they're gonna sell 3 different versions of the game again, because that was kind of ridiculous last time. Enough with this Pokemon nonsense. You got one series that does that already. You don't need a second. Oh. Hey. Check that out. Somebody actually interacted with the retweet command that I put out there. Thanks, Lee. You're the best, dude. I find it kind of appropriate that we've got the Metroid music playing in the background here. It will have 3 versions, but you'll have to win with the other 2 versions via gacha. Loot boxes are becoming illegal in some countries. Like, that's official in Belgium now. EA dropped that case. And now other countries are starting to follow suit. This is a problem, but it's not going to be a problem much longer, I think. Anybody who's smart is going to change around their business model to reflect this. You got to imagine that, like, if America, if what is it, the FCC, I think? If that investigation turns out they find loot boxes are actually harmful towards people, oh boy, the ramifications, because America is one of the biggest markets for video games in the world. Can you imagine every single mobile developer running back with their tail between their legs? It's just our entire business model is fucked now because everybody we relied on for income, it's now illegal to sell them this stuff. Imagine the shockwaves that would leave through the entire industry.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, welcome back, dude.
Had to take care of stuff for dinner, that's all.
We got 6 minutes left before the show starts. Any final thoughts?
Nothing I can think of. Also, I know they did say in this case to, like, just be yourself for that one. I'm usually quite direct anyway. I don't think you have to worry about me. Like, I probably won't have to mute myself, honestly. Like, I'd probably only try if it's something I'm interested in, personally.
I wonder, do you think they're going to announce more Toy-Con stuff?
I sincerely doubt with how much that bombed. I mean, Nintendo's known for doing weird decisions, but they might probably also talk more about that thing involving, like, Microsoft and them, like, doing the Xbox Live thing. Now that I think about it. Because I am curious what's with that. Like, I think that's probably their way of just saying, look, we're just going to do this for the online because we can't handle it ourselves, apparently.
Oh, here's another thing we haven't heard about in a while. You think they're going to talk about Bayonetta 3 at all?
Doubt it.
Yeah, same here. What about... well, Retro's working on Metroid 4 now, so they're not working on... So we know they're not working on a new Donkey Kong at the moment.
You find out that Donkey Kong's under the damn suit at this point. Actually, that's a horrifying thought. Because I do not want to imagine him in a Zero suit.
How about... Sakurai has straight up said he doesn't want to work on another Kid Icarus. Like, it's not even one of those, like, it's bad for his health. He just straight up doesn't want to do it. Kid Icarus Uprising was everything he wanted out of the series, and there's probably not going to be a sequel. What about...
I'd like a port, at least, of Uprising, because that game is damn good.
I want to know what they're doing with the new Pokemon.
They're more likely to say that for another big direct, if I had to guess.
You think they're going to make a Pokemon-specific direct for that one?
That's usually what they do. And if I had to guess, we'll probably see that more likely in the next coming months.
What about Zelda? You think it's been long enough since Breath of the Wild came out, they finally managed to at least develop a teaser for the new one?
I would only suspect that if it was something like, say, Link Between Worlds. Or like one of the spin-off games. Excuse me one moment.
Okay. You might want to just hop out of the call here, because we got 3 minutes till showtime.
I'll just mute. I don't have to hop out.
Okay. Alright then. I'm going to be moving over to the main layout here. We're just going to maximize this. Actually, first, I'm going to refresh the page to make sure I have the most accurate feed possible. Turn off that little annotation in the corner, because as much as... I don't think anybody likes Mario just staring directly into their soul the entire time. You look far enough into the Nintendo, it looks back at you. Oh, Pokemon is a whole nother discussion, Arbok, but I've gone into that before, and that's probably something I should save for Saturday. We've talked about that franchise many, many times. I have very strong opinions of Pokemon and how I've essentially paid for the exact same game 7 times over now. Can I join co-host for the Direct? No, I was told not to have people in the call for the Direct itself. But anything we do after that, you are more than welcome, Cole. Yeah, I was told to fly solo on this one, and thus I shall. Are you going to scream really loud so you can get onto the reaction compilation videos? Swirl, the only thing that's going to make me react that strongly is if we get an announcement for Dark Cloud 3. If that game gets announced for 2019, I will lose my fucking shit. Or even a port of Dark Cloud 2 onto the Switch. That would come completely out of left field. That would blow my freaking mind. The only other thing that would possibly get me to react that strongly is if they bring Paper Mario back to form. If they actually bring back partners, and it's a charming story again, you know? Noel is in the call, but he's muted himself, so... That or Shantae for Smash. We know that's not gonna happen. Like, Star, man, I appreciate that you're on my side of that it would be a really good idea, but she's already a spirit. I have a feeling this is not like a... This is not a Little Mac assist trophy situation where she has the potential. No, that's... Because here's the other thing. Nintendo's not... At this point, I don't know why everybody throws out the idea that Smash Brothers is a series about celebrating the history of video games. No, Smash Brothers is a Nintendo fighting game. It is not a video game industry fighting game. If it's a video game industry fighting game, then answer me this very simple question. Why are we 5 games and 15 years into this series and... Never mind. Let me turn off my own music in the background there. Here we go! Hype! Is it actually? No way. Ha! The rumors were true. Ha! Please tell me it has extended functionality. Like you're actually putting more tools in there. Oh, I didn't know you could actually get rid of Spinies that way. That's cool. I know you could do it with Goombas, but... God, it is so weird seeing Super Mario World graphics move that. It's an actual proper sequel. Check it out. So we got World, we've got 3, we've got the Wii art style. Are they gonna add more art styles in it, or is it just going to... Wait a minute. Wait, a bird? No, that's the scroll. You can make scrolling stages now. Ah, wait, that's the cat power-up. What? In a 2D? So they've got a 3D world art style and a 2... This isn't quite what I was hoping for, the 3D Mario Maker. It's still just in 2D, but... hey. More power-ups. I'm sure this is making a lot of people happy. 2.5D!
Hi, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Turn that up just a little bit.
You just got your first look at the brand new sequel to Super Mario Maker, which we're of course calling Super Mario Maker 2.
That's logical. Why not, right?
There will be brand new features,
Super Mario Maker
and many
2
new elements are in
Revengeance.
development as we speak. So please stay tuned.
Oh, you get a trailer.
Next,
Move on to everything else we're trying to sell you
Nintendo
now.
Switch headlines.
For the first time in 10 years,
What?
the
How?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance series returns with a new 4-player action RPG. and
Wait,
an
did we
all-new
know about
original
this game?
story. Assemble your ultimate dream team from a huge cast of
And the
Marvel
characters don't look
superheroes,
like
from the
crap
Guardians
this
of the
time.
Galaxy to the Avengers, Defenders, X-Men, and more. To stop Thanos and the Black Order, from unleashing cosmic chaos. You can play together in TV
For those...
locally on up to 4 systems.
Wow, I remember playing this on my
And get
Xbox
closer to the action with a
360.
dynamic zoomed-in heroic camera. And speaking of heroic, it's time to go higher, further, faster with Marvel's Ultimate.
How in the
Protector,
world are the
Captain Marvel,
Infinity Stones
wield
actually
her
going to play a
power
gameplay
against
role?
those that would do harm to the universe. As characters level up, villains
The very
grow
next
to
level,
be
you
monsters.
find an epic level Infinity
Literally.
Stone that has slightly better
In
stats
addition
than
to
the one you
basic
picked
attacks
up out
and
of the
skills,
story
each
cutscene.
hero has an Alliance Extreme Attack, their most powerful move. Whether you join forces with friends locally or online, take teamwork to unprecedented levels as you creatively combine hero skills into synergy attacks.
No, Sonicu, Thanos has been stopped by Squirrel Girl before. You are incorrect.
The team-up possibilities will be off the charts when Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3
Oh,
Black Widow
wait,
launches
that's the
exclusively on
question.
Nintendo
Who would
Switch
win in a
this summer.
fight, Squirrel Girl or Shaggy? Asking the real questions
Welcome
here.
back, Box Boy.
Wait, what? I thought that series ended.
Get ready to unload some boxes and have fun.
How many
doing
of these
it.
have we had
The critically
now?
acclaimed puzzle series Box Boy is coming to Nintendo Switch for the first time.
I mean, yeah,
This
I don't
brand
have a
new game
problem
is
with
tightly
this.
packed with
These
tons
have
of
always been
content,
really fun and
including
cool
brand new
games.
puzzles and new features. We fit something else in too. This time, 2 players can box it up together. To restore peace on the
Oh,
Box
look at
Planet,
that.
you must work as a team, solve puzzles, and beat those stages. After completing the story, you can access a whole separate adventure starring Cutie, the tall one.
See, this is what a lot of people were suggesting they do, is they make new kinds of characters.
In all, there are 270
Like different
stages to
shapes and
beat.
whatnot. I think that
That's
was the
the
only
highest
thing we
in the
hadn't seen
series
up
to
to this
date.
point.
Use your brain boxes to think outside
Why
the
is
box
Snake
and
not in
lead our
Box
heroes
Boy?
to the goal.
Because that would just work too well.
Box Boy and Box
It would make it the
Girl will
perfect
load on
video
Nintendo
game, and we
Switch
can't
April
have that.
26th. The Ultimate Spring Update.
Uh-oh. Alright, what's the limited time event gonna be this time?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is about to spring forward with the version 3.0 update.
I
this
didn't
spring.
realize we had a version 2.0.
What are we adding, you ask? You'll just have to wait to find out.
Why did you
Remember-
even tell us about it then?
Joker is a part of Challenger Pack 1. He's secretly been preparing for battle, and his moment will finally come before the end of April. In other words, this year, springtime is the time to smash. And don't forget, new Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo figures are on the way too.
Ah, yes, that thing that's still in the background. Do I have anybody in the audience who actually collects amiibo? I'm very curious.
There's even more to explore in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
What?
It's never too late
Is this
for
getting
a
an
journey through the
expansion?
maze-like miniature worlds of the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker game. In fact, we have 2 new announcements for the Nintendo Switch version. After a new update, all courses will support 2-player co-op. Maybe Captain Toad won't be so nervous with someone at his side. 2 heads are better than 1, and an extra set of hands goes a long way. This free update will be available
Yellow Toad
later
gets
today.
screwed again.
And some paid downloadable content is coming. We're adding in 18 new challenges that'll see you traveling to 5 new courses. From
I mean,
sunken
I would have
ships
taken a sequel
kingdom of
too, but
fleets.
sure.
and achieving new objectives in existing courses.
It's always an interesting question to ask. What's
Captain
better,
Toad
to
and Toadette
expand
must obtain the
or
shiny crown in
to
each
just
course,
rebuild
all
it
of
from the
which can be
ground up
played
again?
Alone or with a second player. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker's special episode will be available for
Wait a
purchase
minute,
as
do you
soon
see
as,
the shape
well,
of that
later
crown?
today, giving you early access
Because
to one
these
of the
games
courses.
tie in
The rest
very
of the
weird
content will
ways
launch
to
on
the other
March
Mario
14th.
games. Is this
If
the
you don't
story
have
of
the
how
game yet,
Toadette got
look
who
out for a
got the
digital
Super
bundle
Crown power up?
available on Nintendo
I
eShop
wonder.
later today. It contains the full game and gives you access to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker's special episode once it's available.
Well,
Steal
check
yourself
off
for
your
old
list,
school
guys,
action
because
in
it's
all new
available
Gothic
right
Castle.
now.
The side-scrolling action of yore shall rise once more.
Oh, I've
in
been waiting
bloodstained
so
ritual of the
long
night.
for this game. I've been
And
following the
so,
development
young
in
Lady
the
Miriam, host
in
of
the
the
background.
Alchemist's Curse,
I cannot wait to get my hands on. Holy crap!
brought
Thank
by
you,
the
Dark
curse of
Lord.
the original host, Jeeble.
Should probably turn that
These
off.
powers
Turn off
can
alerts
steal
during the
abilities of
direct.
enemies, bend gravity to her will, and dart about Jeeble's castle at lightning speed. Here, the laws
it
of
looks
reality
so good.
and 3D side-scrollers don't apply. Throughout the castle, a treasure trove of side quests, deadly tasks, and small touches flesh out the campaign.
Your body is covered with weird decorations.
Beyond the main story, you can dig deep into
Yeah, this is another thing I really loved.
quests and more. Stop the fall of man.
They announced the ability to customize the character. They actually had a poll I participated in where you got to vote on what alternate costumes they were going to add to the game. Believe it or not, even though things like maid costumes and nurse costumes and like a magical girl outfit were all on the table, people just voted for, yeah, an uncorrupted version of her. That'd be great. That's going to get the most votes. I'm like, all right, guys, sure. Lore friendly, let's go.
Alongside you in the story mode. Or unite with 3 other builders to create your own island in local co-op or online. You'll gather materials, craft objects and tools.
Builders!
And reach new heights by building
Builders was a very interesting concept. I don't think it realized its full potential, though. I wonder if this game is going to...
explore underwater.
Sorry, I just got flashbacks to Dragon Quest Swords there. That first-person mode.
If you own the previous game on the Nintendo Switch system, you can craft the legendary Builder's outfit and the Dragon Lord's throne. When Dragon Quest Builders 2
calls back to
Nintendo
the
Switch
original.
July 12th. There are more Nintendo Switch headlines to come, but
Well,
first,
yeah, it's
a
the
word from
same
Mr.
artist,
Koizumi.
the same art director.
Well, how's it
Or at least at this point, somebody who's very good at explaining it.
a
Arbok!
new announcement for that classic RPG series? Please take a look.
Holy crap, how do we get 2 new subs tonight? It's amazing, you actually start doing shows again and
There
people
are
respond in
RPGs,
kind.
And then there's Dragon Quest, the series that defines
Oh,
the genre.
Evan's coming
And the
to
latest
Switch
entry
too?
is charging onto Nintendo Switch in full force, pairing the series' beloved
Is it the
style and
same game,
perfectly
or
balanced
are
battles
they
with
adding
the most
something onto
impressive
it?
Scope and elaborate story in series history. Where there is light, darkness follows. For no one does this ring truer than the Luminary, the boy that prophecy says will succeed the last hero and protect the world from
I
a
understand
terrible
why
end.
they show
In
off
an
all
odd
these
twist of
CG
fate,
cutscenes.
the boy's royal birthright was
Because in
snatched from him.
truth, it's fun to play turn-based
On the day he becomes
RPGs.
an adult,
It's hard
he
to
finally
communicate
discovers his
in
true
video
heritage
form
and the
how
powers that
engaging
make
they
him the
are
Luminary.
in a 1-minute trailer, you know?
When he
Just
goes
by
to the
showing
king of
people
the
how the
largest
game
kingdom for
plays.
guidance, he is dubbed Darkspawn. So begins the perilous journey of a hunted hero and the ragtag band of adventurers who will join him on his quest to set things right.
Dude, why did they
Together,
give
they'll
away the
explore
plot
towns and
twist, though?
terrain of the sprawling, detailed
Like,
lands
that is a
and plains.
huge turnaround
Monsters
point
roam
in the
free
game.
of random encounters. When you
Like,
engage
that's the
them,
big thing about Dragon Quest XI, is it
turn-based
tricks you
battles.
into
You must know
thinking
when to attack.
that, oh, this is gonna be another, like, rote, told a million times story of you're the hero destined by birth,
Which can be used to
and
teach
then
party members attacks,
everything
spells,
goes to
and improve
shit.
their abilities.
Like, that
You can also
completely
collect
caught me off
materials
guard.
so
That
you
was
can
the
forge
point where I was like,
weapons, armor,
okay,
and
now I'm
accessories.
invested in the game.
Looking for an item? Then help people out in side quests. Or
We don't
try
have
your
Song
hand at the
Request on
casino.
right now, Ganon,
Or
but
horse
you can
racing.
go ahead if you like.
Erdrea is full of
I'll listen to it
surprises
on my
like
own
these,
time.
And this time,
And I will
the
appreciate you
player
very
has
much.
the
Also,
power
welcome to the
choose
chat,
on
dude. Thanks for
fly
coming
between
tonight.
the land's gorgeous HD vistas and the 2D 16-bit glory of old.
What?
This is also the first version of the game with fully orchestrated field and battle tunes. If you want, you can change between the original sound and the new one whenever you want. And you can also experience the journey with English or Japanese audio.
勇者の奇跡ってやつだ。
I've wanted to see that for the longest time. A game that, wow. They translated the entire thing into 2D. That's some respectable effort right there. Yeah, Dragon Quest has been around forever. By now, this series does it right. Like other series, you look at them randomly throwing a bunny girl right in the middle of the trailer.
First-time players and veterans
But
should
you look
also
at this
forward to
series,
the new
and
story.
anybody who's been with it
Each
for a
sees one of the
while is
main
just like,
cast
yep,
members
that's
stepping
Dragon
into the
Quest,
spotlight,
alright.
shedding new
I'm
light
not here
on
specifically
truths.
for that.
This hero's adventure has truly leveled up.
I gotta look at that one day. Why does Dragon Quest get away with it? Nobody
Echoes
else
of an
does.
Elusive Age Definitive Edition, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch this fall.
There it is, definitive edition.
While we just announced the addition
Actually
of these
giving
new
me a
stories,
reason to pay for it twice.
there will be more new information to share in the future.
I would appreciate being able to
Please
buy
look
that
forward to
extra
learning
stuff
more.
for the version I already own,
For now,
but...
let's continue with more Nintendo Switch headlines.
A Disney Tsum Tsum game like you've never seen before.
What?
These stuffed Disney toys took the world by storm.
I mean-
and now they're ready for an after-hours party at the toy store in Disney Tsum Tsum Festival.
I guess Pop Figs are getting their own
Play with
professionally
friends
made
and
video
family in a
game.
wide variety
Disney
of
probably
competitive
felt
and
it needed
cooperative
to
games that support up to 4 players.
play ball too.
You can play online as well with players from around the world. And you can't mention Disney Tsum Tsum without talking puzzles.
This is Nintendo Land, just
Connect
with
matching
Disney
Tsum Tsum to
characters.
clear them
That's what's
and set
going
a
on
high
right now.
score. The game also features a 2-player mode for local and online competitive matches.
I mean, it's got good-looking art, at the very least, but
Disney Tsum Tsum Festival will steal
I don't know
our
how to
hearts
feel
in
about that.
2019.
because your immediate reaction is
We're
you look
picking
at
up a
something like
distress
that and you're
call
like,
in the Atlas Star
ooh,
System. But this time,
to have
it's
no
far
faith
from
in it being
friendly.
good. Wait,
In fact, it's none other than Starwolf's infamous lieutenants, Andrew Oikini, Pigma Dengar, and the Great Leon. Now Peppy, Falco, and Slippy have no choice but to hunt them down, like the animals they are, in a challenging new series of missions you can only find in the spring update of Starlink Battle for Atlas. Every member of the Star Fox team has their own special pilot ability and skill tree. Plus, each pilot can take on any of the new missions.
I love how
and
this
also
is
Fox's
just
missions from
basically,
the base
this
game.
is our
It's
new
time for a
Star
game of
Fox
seek
now.
and
We're not even
destroy.
talking
But don't
about the
expect
original
Wolf to play
characters in
fair.
this
Look forward to
trailer.
news on the rest of the additional content, such as starship races and faction missions, so you're ready when the Star Fox team joins the Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Oh yeah,
update
and there's all
this
this
April.
extra stuff, but who cares, right? You can play Star
A
Fox.
heartfelt fantasy adventure crops up once again. Another season, another reason to wield weapons and spells against monsters.
Rune Factory?
Interact with townsfolk daily. Grow vegetables and fruits.
Think you're
at
gonna
the
get
farm.
your wish, Potate.
Cook some fish. Cook up a storm. Or even raise monsters. This fantastical circle of life will keep you coming back for more in Rune Factory
Yeah.
4 Special, fully remastered for Nintendo Switch.
Man, it's remastered and the graphics still don't look,
You may become more than just
oh, they're not great.
See what the heart-pounding newlywed life has in store for you, exclusively in this new version of the game.
Oh, interesting. You could just start in a
Rune Factory
married
4 Special will be
relationship. That's
ripe
kind
for
of
the playing
cool.
later this year.
See, not enough people do that. Like, there are
And-
things that happen after the confession.
We can finally confirm that Rune Factory 5 is in development. Look forward to more info in the future.
Sneaky. Just didn't
Soon,
make it its
a
own
time
trailer.
will
Just
come
threw it
to
in
slay
at the end of the
monsters
other
and rescue
announcement.
lost
Okay.
souls.
Keep
Before those
people
souls
following.
become
It's like a news
monsters.
situation.
In this action RPG from the developers of I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere, step into a realm built upon the tenets of reincarnation. Its people lead repressed lives, forbidden to mourn the loss of loved ones. To
Whoa,
uphold these
stream quality
tenets, the
tanked.
Gaku must travel between the living world and the beyond to rescue lost
Game's
souls
just that
from a
beautiful,
terrible
I guess.
fate, becoming monsters. When battling these creatures, the lost souls you've rescued can manifest within you, granting you new powers.
That would be a really
Each soul's
interesting
powers
idea
are
for a
different, so you
roguelike,
must
now that I
choose the
think
right
of it.
soul for the situation at hand. In this deep,
Taking
single-player
mythology,
campaign, there will be many
like
battles.
religions that actually
You will
believe
fight,
in
and you will
reincarnation,
become stronger.
and it's just
Those
you
who
through
fall to
all of your
grief are
bodies
lost,
throughout the
and the
generations,
lost don't
all working
reincarnate.
towards the same
The
goal.
very foundations of reincarnation will begin to crumble when Oninaki launches in summer 2019.
That looks kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna keep my eye on that
Cars,
one.
Robots,
I'm
and
interested in
Yoshis
more.
a world of craft. You know what that means? Yoshi's Crafted World is almost here. This time, we'd like to put the many facets of these crafty courses on display. As Yoshi, you'll go rafting,
Whoa!
race
Oh
solar
my
cars,
goodness, that thing is terrifying now.
tear through the sky
Now that it
on a
wasn't
plane.
before,
Nice.
insta-kills always are.
Hey, Hey, that robot's pretty huge for a miniature. Even at this scale, you'll have some challenging bosses to wrangle. Using in-game coins you've racked up, you can collect crafted costumes. If you wear one, it'll offer a bit of protection from enemies. There are more than 180 of these costumes.
See, this is gotcha done the right way. There's no way to pay real money for it.
Later today, we'll release a demo, which lets you play through the first course.
Maybe I should try that out instead of War Groove. I don't know.
The game will finally hatch on March 29th. We have more Nintendo Switch headlines coming up, but first, another update from Mr. Koizumi.
No.
How's it going so
Need to bring
far?
Koizumi in for it. It's
we
big
have a
time.
follow-up on the
Everybody
latest
hush, this is
installment in
important.
One of our long-running series, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Please have a look.
Alright guys, enough of the nonsense. Let's get to the game we actually told you about beforehand. Here's one of our money makers. Ah, quality, come on, you're killing me here.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
Koizumi! You might know him. He's kind of responsible for you being here in the first place.
Said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire.
Ah, their crest is red. That's how you
Beyond
know they're
its
evil.
borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan
Fire Emblem
and
Game
these
of
3
Thrones
mighty
edition.
powers now exist in relative harmony.
All of them, Sonicu, is the answer
In
to
the
that.
Fire Emblem Three Houses game, you are the hero the world needs. You
Yeah, but
start out
am
as
I a
mercenary
Gryffindor?
traveling with a group led by your father, Geralt. After an unexpected incident reveals an unknown power hidden within, you'll travel to Garrick Mach Monastery, where you'll receive an offer to teach at the Officers' Academy.
Interesting.
Around that same time, you alone begin to see a mysterious girl named Sothis, who appears within your mind.
Guide you from now on. Wait,
Garrick Mach Monastery lies at the center of 3 large territories.
of course
It
it
is the
does.
home base of the Church of Seros, the main religion of Fodlan, as well as the Knights of Seros. Not
Probably
only
why
does the
nobody
church
bugs
serve
these
to
guys.
maintain order in Fodlan, its monastery also houses the Officers' Academy. Those who train there will go on to shoulder the future of
This is
Fodlan.
a...
The Officers'
this is a
Academy
school
comprised
anime!
of 3 houses. The Black Eagles is for
Okay,
students
okay,
from the
shh.
Adrestian Empire,
Let's relax.
including the house leader and
It's not
future
unsalvageable
Emperor,
yet.
Edelgard. The Blue Lions boasts Prince Dimitri of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus as its house leader. This house is for students from his kingdom. The Golden Deer is for students from the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, who is the heir of the noble
So
family
we've
that
got
leads the
different
Alliance.
territories, and then in the place where the game actually takes place,
As a professor,
we've got
you will
different
lead the
houses
students of one of these
representing those
houses and
territories.
instruct
Are you
them.
following
In addition
so
to
far?
the house leaders, there are many other students to meet, each with their own unique personalities.
God, this
and
place
skills.
looks drab, don't it?
Which house will you choose?
Nothing really brings the world to life like drab gray stone walls, huh?
Students are expected to travel to various lands, sometimes with the Knights of Seros
jarring.
themselves, and gain
Looking at
real
all of those
battle experience,
neon bright
including
hair
everything
colors
from defeating
against this
bandits
gritty,
to suppressing
realistic looking
rebellions.
world, you know?
These may be class assignments, but the stakes in each battle are very real. Whether your students live or die will depend on your leadership. Strategize as the battle progresses to claim victory. At the Officers' Academy, your students will work diligently each day so that they may wield a variety
You know, I was
of
gonna make a
weapons.
comment about them not wearing armor into
Master the
battle,
study
but
of magic.
considering as some of the characters previous in the series, I
and
really
acquire
don't have a
special
leg to
skills
stand
such
on
as
there.
horsemanship. You have been entrusted with their future, and it's up to you to guide each of them and help them hone their abilities. Through combat experience and study, you can help your students reach their full potential.
Or classing up.
Your students
Literal
can also
classing
interact
up in
with
this
each other
case.
at the academy, and by doing so, their bonds will strengthen, and they'll be able to better support each other on the battlefield.
Wait, we're just gonna ignore the fact that they had an army fighting a dragon there?
Hey, over here!
I mean, I know dragons are kind of sacred. It was probably like a lesser lizard or something like that.
Forward, now!
3 territories. 3 houses.
God, that's the feeling I'm getting, Blue.
Your very own journey. Fire Emblem 3 Houses will release on July 26th.
The thing that caught me about the cutscenes is the character model from the opening selection was in that scene. So if they programmed it so that it changes based on your customization options, or do you just have those 2 characters and they're stuck looking that way?
But more development time will be necessary.
I love how this is my biggest concern right
So
now.
the new release date is July 26th. That means we'll have to ask you to wait a little longer, but we hope you'll look forward to the next generation of Fire Emblem all the same. Time for some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Wait, really? There's more?
In this next
I thought they were
entry
going to
in
end the
this
show
iconic
on
series,
that.
The last player standing.
Oh, here we go, Tetris. They're bringing Tetris Effect to the Switch, right?
99 players. But only one reigns supreme. This is Tetris 99.
Oh, no, it's something new?
The iconic
Question
puzzle
mark?
game arrives with an online experience like no other.
The
Nintendo
creator
Switch
actually
Online
really
members can
regrets
battle for
putting
dominance
this song
with
in the
this
game. Did you know
free-to-download
that?
game. If you're
He put it
attacked with
in because he
garbage,
really likes his
attack
country.
back to defeat the other 98 players and become the sole survivor.
As like he
Nintendo Switch
said in an
Online
interview
members
once
be
upon a
ready to
time,
join the fight.
I put that in there because I want people to play
Tetris
Tetris
99
and
will
think
be
Russia,
available for
Russia.
download later
Now
today.
everybody
Look forward
hears
to battling
a
it out
Russian
in
folk song and they
upcoming
think
online events.
Tetris. Kind of sad, actually.
Prepare to kill, survive, or die in Dead by Daylight.
How active is the
Imagine
player
this.
base for this
You're
game, I
alone,
wonder?
Struck by fear, struggling to survive.
Are people
Then
still, like,
you meet
really
another
big on
survivor,
Dead by
but it's
Daylight?
too late.
I
The
haven't
killer
heard much
is
about it
upon you.
lately.
Now run, hide, scavenge for items, open the
It's
gates,
actually pretty
and
active.
escape
Huh,
with
shows
your
what I
life.
know.
Or take on the role of the killer. to
Would
make the
people
so-called
play it on
survivors your
console,
next
though, is the
victim.
question.
Terrifying? Oh yes. Satisfying? Just you wait. With loads of maps, characters.
You
and
hop
cosmetics to
online and
earn.
every single
You'll experience
person
a
is
deep
playing
progression
as the
system
Mad
while you're on the
Doctor.
hunt or
The one
being
that has
hunted.
the insanity mechanic.
Discover the true meaning of horror when Dead by Daylight creeps up on Nintendo Switch this fall.
Alright
This
then.
dog will ruin your day.
What? Wait, the game's not done yet, though. What? Is it for free or a censored spoiler-free trailer? Dogs. No, there are. Toby's actually lying to you. For free. More chapters currently in development, and those will not be
Now for a
free.
message
That's
from
fair.
the producer of the futuristic mech action game.
All right, then.
Daemon X Machina.
Moving up in the world, I see, friend.
Hello everyone, I'm Kenichiro Tsukura, producer of Daemon X Machina, and I
I
have
don't know
some
what to
news.
think of this game. They opened up the last trailer with nothing but gameplay. Now they need to have somebody explain to us why it's worth playing it.
For a limited
You got
time.
giant
The
robots,
game is
dude.
still in
You
development,
don't...
But in the demo, you can battle
You
or
don't
different
need to
missions
sell me on
while
this.
exploring the basic controls and customizations of your personal mech known as an arsenal. You can also experience a boss battle in the final mission, so please try it out. After playing the demo, we'd like to hear your feedback. We'll be conducting a short online survey by sending an email invite to some players who try out prototype
I
missions.
sat wrong.
If you
Oh.
weren't selected for the survey,
Oh, that doesn't
we
feel
also
good.
welcome your feedback via social media. We appreciate your feedback and hope to make this game the best it can be. We have more to say about Daemon X Machina, so please follow the official Nintendo of America Twitter account so you can stay up to date on the latest information.
Yes, this game looks really freaking cool,
Daemon
and
X Machina should be launching this summer.
it's launching this summer. Did they say the demo
With
was
that in
available
mind, the
today?
development team is working
Sorry, I was a
hard,
little
so
distracted by
please stay
back
tuned.
pain there. Or side pain, or whatever you call this.
Realistic racing is headed for Nintendo Switch. Grid Autosport comes fully loaded with a mix of high-speed thrills.
Man, I don't
believable
care about
handling,
realistic racing
and a
anymore.
difficulty level
Give me
that
the
scales to
arcade
your
stuff
skills.
any day.
You'll feel like a
I want a
pro
new
racer
Burnout,
as you
man.
master the world's
I just
fastest
want to
cars
ram
to win
into a busy
motorsport's most
highway and see how much
exhilarating races.
destruction I can cause.
From the
Make my
prestigious
car
circuit of
explode like
Spa-Francorchamps
7 times
to
in
the
a
narrow
row.
city streets of Barcelona.
How many
All
packets of
DLC is
C4 you
included,
got in there,
100
buddy?
Cars, 100 circuits, and some welcome additions like motion controls and custom controls. Players can race online or locally, and two
Oh,
players can
music
race
is
split screen
really
on a single
weird,
system.
Arbok.
From street racing to demolition
Like, I
derby,
don't think there is
when
a
Grid
single,
Autosport speeds
unless
up
you
Nintendo
specifically
Switch in
make
summer
it to be
2019.
royalty free. I don't think the
Enter
copyright
Viking age to
ends
experience
on
Senua's
music.
journey again, or for the very first
On
time.
movies, yes, because it works completely
Created in
differently.
collaboration with
But-
neuroscientists and people who experience psychosis, Hellblade pulls players deep into the mind of Senua. This broken Celtic warrior will embark on a haunting vision quest through Viking hell to fight for the
Yes,
soul
the game
of
where
dead
if you
loved
die
ones.
too many
Hellblade
times,
has
your
won
save
multiple
file is
awards,
deleted.
including BAFTAs for performance.
We mean it.
Audio and artistic achievement.
Like, seriously,
British
guys,
Game,
that's what
and
happens.
Beyond Entertainment. Find out
What?
why
What are you looking at me
Hellblade
weird for?
Senua's Sacrifice releases on Nintendo Switch this spring. The Nintendo Switch lineup just keeps getting stronger.
And that's the end of the list
Mortal
they've got
Kombat 11
here.
proves the saga 25 years in the telling is far from
Did
over.
we know
With
about
all new
this?
custom character variations.
Was this
plus new
announced at the
characters and
reveal?
returning veterans taking up the fight. In
'Cause
a
NetherRealm
fresh new
did a
adventure,
trailer of their
Unravel
own not
2
too
sees players
long
take
ago.
control of 2 adorable Yarnies. Control both Yarnies on your own in single player, or play with a friend in local co-op for some puzzling platforming fun when Unravel 2 comes to Nintendo Switch
I
March
thought for
22nd.
sure that was never going to be on anything
For the
but
first time
PS4.
on Nintendo Switch, experience Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered with revamped
That's a
gameplay and
surprise.
features tailored to the system like
Wasn't a
motion
really
aiming
big
and
fan of
touch
the
input.
original Unravel, but
Set in the American Revolution,
Also,
explore one of the most iconic eras in history as you fight for freedom and independence and usher in the rise of a nation. All the original downloadable content, plus the entire standalone game, Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered, will be included when they launch together on May 21st. Final Fantasy fans, better open your calendars. We're excited to announce that Final Fantasy VII will find its new home on Nintendo Switch March 26th.
that game that gets ported
We
to
can also
everything
announce
is
that
now
Chocobo's
getting
Mystery
ported to
Dungeon
another thing.
Everybody will release on March 20th. We're
There we
pleased to
go. I know
announce
some
that
people
Final
really
Fantasy
love the
IX will
Chocobo
journey
Mystery
onto
Dungeon
Nintendo
games.
Switch later today.
Yes!
Once a classic, always a classic.
Here, that's a
all
Final
for today's
Fantasy that
Nintendo
actually
Switch
needs the extra love.
How's everything looking? Well, we have a bit more to share in this Nintendo Direct. Please stay with us until the end.
Alright, that's kind of cool.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Yes, I highly recommend checking out 9. That's actually the Final Fantasy I recommend people start on. Bubblegum Crisis? No. What is this Common Rider ass bullshit right now? I love how he's just standing there waiting for them to do this. What? Whoa, hang on a minute. Ah, this is like The World Ends With You. You're controlling 2 characters at once. Except not super fiddly and awful on the Switch. Hopefully. We haven't played it yet, so we wouldn't know. Aw. Who is a good crime-busting wolf? You can actually take a bite out of crime in this game. Alright, I'm sold.
Leading all of humanity straight to damnation.
Straight to damnation? You're the terrorist here!
You don't understand. My heart goes out to you too. All because of
You'll
how
never
you
feel my pain.
doomed to be
You're just stupid do-gooders.
idiots until you die. Chained to your fate. Powerless.
Today has been most revelatory. Finally, we're ready for the final stage.
What the hell are they? Why did you make them?
Hideki Kamiya, there he is. I love how we can just tell. Astral Chain, August 30th, 2019. Platinum. I love how we could just tell, looking at a game, that it's made by Platinum. It just has that edge, that X factor.
Game in development at Platinum Games.
There's more?
It looked like 2 characters were fighting
Oh, they're
together
just
during
screenshots,
battle,
okay.
didn't it?
But they're pretty
I
screenshots.
hope you're excited to learn more about how combat will play out in this game. Please stay tuned. And speaking of Platinum Games, I'm sure you're very curious about Bayonetta 3.
Yes,
Rest assured,
I
the
am
developers
very
of Bayonetta 3
curious.
are hard at work, and I hope you're looking forward to learning more. Our next title will be the last announcement of the day. Please check it out.
Yeah, we know you're curious about this. Just hang on a little longer. You know, they got sidetracked. They wanted to do this for a little while. Just relax. It's coming. All right, fine. Yes, hard. Very, very hard. As hard as working on a Bayonetta game could possibly make you. I mean, what? No! No way! Whoa! Oh my god. Oh my god! My favorite Zelda is getting remade! What? What is... Oh, look how cute he is! Ah! Oh, Marin! Kippora, Gabora, and everybody! Ah! I know! That's the Lost Forest. That's Dungeon 1 and the mini-boss. What? I never would have seen this coming in a million years. I thought I was the only one. I thought me and Coops were the only ones who remembered that game existed.
So, what did you think? At long last, 1993's Game Boy classic, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, will find new life on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, hell yeah.
After 26 years, it has been reborn as a new experience, and we'll have more to say in the future.
Oh, man, I want more
Please
now.
look forward to its release. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Dang!
Thanks so much for watching.
What a note to end on. God, I wish Coops had still been on here for this, because he loves that game just as much as I do. Holy crap.
Is it safe to come back now?
Yes, it is.
Also,
I mean, do you want to talk about some of the things that just happened, or?
I'm kind of depressed now.
Why? Why?
Let me put it this way. It's a good thing I was muted because you would have heard me scream "fuck."
Why? What happened? What did they do? That looks great.
You remember the Choco announcement there?
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna be able to pick it up now.
Why not? Because it's only on Switch, or?
I could pick it up on Switch. That's the problem. Problem is, I have to get a new SD card to be able to download it. And they did the one thing I didn't want them to do, which is more likely it's gonna be digital only here. And my problem with that is, I know from reading that there's stuff like first edition stuff for the physical edition in Japan. I guarantee we're not going to get it.
Ha!
And it's stuff I would have wanted to. That's what pisses me off.
So Fanu, how about that last trailer?
Like, besides the few things, I was fine with it. It's just the fact now I gotta somehow convince my mom to let me spend money next month. She's gonna be pissed because I already owe her money.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I never would have seen... God, that is the last thing I expected. Like, I am super happy. I just thought the guys in charge of Hyrule Warriors I thought that was all I was ever gonna get, and I was content with that. I thought the only love Link's Awakening in any official capacity was ever going to get was Marin showing up in Hyrule Warriors. Though.
The moment I was watching that trailer, I'm like, oh god, Fanu is gonna fucking nut. For some reason, my first thought was,
dude,
no
nut is an understatement. I came so hard, there's a hole in my wall.
Like, the moment I saw that first trailer, I'm like, oh my god, it's not. There's got to be something. It's got to be some kind of Hyrule Warriors things or something. And then it's like, fucking Link's Awakening remake, motherfucker!
God, I'm such a sucker. Because, yes, they are technically remaking a game that was already good. It's a bit of a cheat, but, I'm
super excited.
I actually really want to play that Platinum game. That looks like fun.
Yeah,
it looks like
Astral Chain was what it was called?
Yeah, it looks like they took the shit they had for Scalebound, because Xbox fucking ripped them off. And they're like, okay, we're gonna just add robots and shit. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, so Astral Chain looks really good. My game of this whole thing is gonna be that last one, the Link's Awakening remake, because holy shit.
Oh, I'm really happy about Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, so the rumors on that one ended up actually being true.
Oh, Fanu, when that comes out, you know you're gonna be in hell, right?
You want me to play that on stream? Just constantly play other people's levels until I drive myself insane?
Fanu, I'm gonna make levels for you.
Sorry I'm being quiet.
Go ahead, Coops.
What's going on? But anyway, Fanu, I'm gonna make levels for you, and you're gonna hate me.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I may as well make an open call for that now. I may as well just set up a stream for when that game comes out and be like, hey guys, I'll give you a week to take a crack at making making levels. And then I will play them all. Like, just send me the codes and I'll make a big old stream out of everybody, out of all the levels people have made specifically for me.
That seems like that would be a good 2 for stream.
So is the Link's Awakening hype on point with Dark Cloud 3 and Shantae for Smash? Not quite, but it is like a gnat's wing off.
Dark Cloud 3, it's a fun game this time.
Fuck you.
Hey, oh no, Mr. Goemon over here. Fuck you.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
That was 4 years ago. I'm still mad. Fuck you.
Dark Cloud 3, Soulja Boy Edition.
I guess I should probably explain to Coops why I'm not feeling well, huh?
I'm sorry, buddy. Hope you feel better.
You're mad about Chocobo Dungeon. Let's walk back through this trailer. Let's walk back through this whole direct here. So, okay, Mario Maker is going to be interesting. It's not something I'm super psyched for, but as a creative type and somebody who has always wanted to make video games, I at least want to try it out.
You know me. I'm all about that. So, I'm all about Mario Maker.
Link's Awakening remake. That is my game of the whole thing. Astral Chains looks really good. That is all. I am almost as excited to play that as I am Bayonetta 3. Almost. I at least I'm curious about it.
Hopefully it controls better than what you did on Switch.
Also, I ate through my data for this direct, and I'm glad I did.
Anyway.
Right before the stream started, my fucking electric cut out. And it's still out, and it's not out. It's gonna be out for another hour and a half. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not missing this.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh, shit happens. It's like you live in a rural community, you get used to shit like this.
So anyway, Demons Ex Machina, that exists. It's still there, and it's still the best looking mech combat game coming out recently. It's going to be interesting seeing how that performs versus the Metal Wolf Chaos translation that's coming to America soon.
Oh yeah, by the way, Final Fantasy IX coming out today. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that, but the problem is I can't download that either.
Well, maybe get a job.
My area
that was
sucks
very
dick
blunt.
with that. Seriously, I'm not in the mood.
He's just joshing, dude. He
I
doesn't
know.
mean anything by it.
But Cult does that shit all the time, and it drives me up a wall.
So anyway, lighter
Oh,
note.
Colt to get a job.
Yeah, it's coming out today, Ryza.
Well, let me explain. The two problems I'm having with that next month is I owe my mother money. I've been owing her money for a while, and she didn't want me to spend any money next month as a result.
Let's see.
Sorry, man.
And the only money I have in my account currently is 37 in my PayPal, which, thanks to Twitch, take stuff out for my subscription, I will lose some of that. I'll lose at least 10 of that next month.
Noel.
What?
I know things are tough right now. Not the place.
I was just trying to explain stuff, not trying to be rude.
It's okay. It's just, Fire Emblem.
I'm not interested in that at all.
I you know what? I'm weeb trash. I missed. I didn't play Fates, and I heard Fates was bad. I'm kind of back into Fire Emblem for right now, so I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, it's just the further this series goes, the more I start to understand the other side of like, yeah, Fire Emblem used to be a thing, and it's slowly diverging from that thing. Like this is literally a school anime, is what's going on with this game.
It's starting to look like freaking Tokyo Mirage Session evolved.
A little bit, except it's leaning even more heavily on that watercolor art style. Like, nothing is colorful in this game except for the character's hair.
At least they kept to one promise, and we didn't have to deal with anything involving the 3DS.
I mean, at least it's only one game this time. We have that going for us.
Yeah, because that was a big problem with frickin' Fates.
I hope it's good. I hope it at least plays good.
My friend's really salty about Dragon Quest XI.
Why? Oh, because the fact the definitive is just Switch only so far. If it's let me put it this way, Coops. If it's anything like what they did with Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy, more likely that stuff will be available as DLC for the original version.
Oh, I know. No, he's just salty about it, and I find it funny.
So, Bloodstained. It's coming out this summer.
That looks good. Like, that I'm actually legitimately happy with.
Oh, yeah. Like I told people during the actual show itself, I've been following Bloodstained for the longest time now. I backed that on Kickstarter. I am so ready to play this game when it comes out, and I have a PC that can actually support it now. So, that'll be good.
Well, March is going to be fun for me. At least. I've been looking forward to that damn game, and hopefully, God, I can convince Mom she's got out of the hospital for hell of that.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a thing that's happening. And you know what? I'm actually kind of excited about that.
I like, isn't that a Switch exclusive?
I don't remember. I don't remember from the trailer.
Wow, I'm fucking retarded.
What? What happened?
I went to go put my my phone on the charger because it's almost dead, and I'm like, why isn't it charging?
By the way, that 99-player Tetris game, that's available tonight.
I'm really excited for that.
Should we do that straight? Oh, that's right. You can't do it on straight. I forgot.
Right, because I don't have... I refuse to pay for the Nintendo Online service until it's actually good. Because I don't trust that game not to with that many people and no dedicated servers for anything, not even Smash Brothers. I do not trust that game to just randomly disconnect me from all of the other people I'm playing against and to lose at no fault of my own.
I mean, I could test it out for you later tonight. Oh, wait, no, I can't because I have the room. Fuck.
Yeah, I love this post on Twitter. Yo, I'm a pro Tetris Battle Royale player looking to make my big debut. That's what that is.
I really like you know my my love for Tetris. I played Puyo Tetris religiously for like 3 months there. I'm really excited to play this.
You know what's another thing I'm really looking forward to? The updates to Starlink Battle for Atlas. It's more Star Fox stuff. I'm not surprised
they're still supporting that game.
Oh, dude. I think the sales numbers for that game were boosted something like 300%. I'm just guessing at this, but I would not be surprised if they saw significantly higher sales on Switch just because of Fox McCloud.
Well, here's the thing I'm going to at least say, though. How's this going to be handled on the other versions of that game?
Well, you're fucked.
Not to mention the Toys to Life part, it's kind of got an issue there now, too, doesn't it?
God, look at this. Everybody on Twitter is excited about Final Fantasy IX coming to the Switch. Every single person. Like, everybody I follow is talking about this.
Well, I already know a friend of mine's probably gonna... Damn it, I can't keep doing that. I'm gonna bring the stream down. Now I'm letting my dang mood affect my talk, and that's not good.
I think the only thing that's going to suck about the Link's Awakening remake is that it won't have the map warp glitch.
They included anyway.
I hate to make a joke. I kind of hope they allow us to mess with the mushroom with Link himself for this one.
Man, I can't wait to get labeled a thief by the shopkeeper in HD.
I'll be honest, does the art style look a little too Link Between Worlds to you?
Nah.
I'm gonna send you a meme on Messenger or on.
It's got this sort of claymation style to it, I think. It's got this very... Everything looks like a little miniature. It looks like a kid playing with a bunch of toys. Everything's made out of school supplies and whatnot, almost.
I'm going to break with you on one other thing, though. There are some things I feel they shouldn't be bothered with on that stream.
What? Like what?
I really don't... Well, there's two things I have a problem with stream. One, you can't let some of the Square games get actual, like, parts of the stream besides that little demo reel. Yet, a fucking piece of crap Disney game that no one's going to buy gets a fucking moment.
Hey, as we said at the beginning, Nintendo is not exactly known for doing the thing that makes sense.
I guarantee they were paid for that.
Oh, also, hold on. I gotta express my anger. Why the fuck is it Assassin's Creed 3? Why the fuck is it Assassin's Creed 3?
We were one number off. All they had to do was make it one game later.
Make it one game later. Nobody
That's the one where people said we're going downhill. Like, I've seen 3. It's boring as hell.
Here's the funny thing about that. Really Assassin's Creed 3 was also available on the Wii U for some reason. So yeah. I don't know what is up with that particular entry. Like, people love 4 way more.
Assassin's Creed 3 is coming to a Nintendo console. No, it isn't! 4 was on the fucking Wii U!
I just got a message from somebody. At Whatthefnu, I remember watching your Link's Awakening video a long time ago, and how much it meant to you. I am very happy for you right now. Simon, if you're listening to this, I am super happy too. There are no words to explain how happy I am for this.
Time for the
I'm going to
Adventures of
stream
Ron.
that the day it comes out. The
Oh,
day. I
like-
will buy that digitally so I can play it sooner.
Like I said, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, FNU is gonna be really fucking happy. And in case you thought I wasn't wrong.
Wow.
FNU's TP went.
That made my night. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Deltarune is coming to the Switch.
That I'm not surprised about at all.
Who cares? No.
Toby's got friends at Nintendo, apparently.
Yeah. Toby doesn't have friends in real life, though, so there's like a trade-off there.
My RTGs? No, actually. That was part of my 25 Games of Christmas 2 years ago. Like, Link's
honestly,
Awakening is my favorite Zelda game by a landslide.
That game, I'm surprised, wasn't your number one. I was expecting that and Dark Cloud 2 to be your number one.
I'm going to be honest with you, FNU, though, from what this is showing me.
Yes.
You do realize now this means that Crystal Chronicles remake is probably going to be digital release only now, right?
I kind of expected that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. If I'm being 100% honest with you, that's one of those games I don't imagine myself selling.
Well, here's my problem with them doing it to Chocobo is Japan's getting a physical release of that.
Hey,
Like,
you know what you could do?
We've mentioned this before, Noel. Japan cares about Japan and whether or not everybody who isn't Japan is going to bomb them again. That's it.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw this out there because it's what I'm doing. You can always import Chocobo because I'm doing that with Final Fantasy X.
It's more the deal. It's more of that stuff that they're giving like as first run bonuses for version. I wonder if we're gonna get that.
I doubt it. Like, it's one of those things where Square, if it's not some garbage fucking AAA game, they do not give a fuck about us over here.
All right. Any other things that you feel like we need to talk about?
Really.
Penises. Come on, let's go.
All right. In that case, I am going to take a little bit of a break as we swap over and get ready for Team Fortress 2 to happen. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in about 10-15 minutes. Even though the stream's going to go offline, I will be playing Team Fortress 2 with a lot of you guys. Anybody who wants to hop into the room, let me know in the Discord or here in the chat. I will give you... if you're not in the Discord yet and you'd like to be a part of this, I will throw the link down here so that you can join up, and then we can all play the game together. So, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Talk to you in a sec.
Sorry, dude.